Hello and welcome to my channel. This is what you're going to learn in this video. Thinking about starting a faceless YouTube channel? Stick around, because in this video, you'll discover the hidden struggles no one talks about. Why most people fail before they even begin, and the single biggest mistake that almost made me quit. If you're serious about building a real, lasting channel without ever showing your face, this is what you need to know before you start. Starting a YouTube channel can sound exciting, like unlocking a whole new world of possibilities and huge wealth. The freedom to work for yourself, the creativity to build something meaningful, and the chance to generate significant income. Now imagine doing it without ever showing your face. No need for expensive cameras, no awkward moments on screen. Just your voice, a few good ideas, some carefully chosen stock footage, and a reliable internet connection. Sounds simple, right? But here's the brutal truth. Most people who attempt this fail, not because they aren't capable or hardworking, but because the reality of building a faceless YouTube channel is far tougher than most expect, especially at the beginning when results are slow and motivation wears thin. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain to show you what nobody else talks about. The hidden struggles, the false hopes, the quiet frustrations that come with this journey. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to prepare for if you're serious about creating a faceless channel that stands a real chance of success. Later, I'll also reveal the single biggest mistake that nearly made me quit before I even got started, and how avoiding it could save you months of wasted effort and disappointment. If you think uploading a few videos will have you waking up to 10,000 subscribers, let me stop you right there before that dream gets too comfortable. We're talking 33 to 50 videos or even more. You might be lucky with less. But here's the thing. The harder I work, the more luckier I get. Building a faceless channel takes time. A lot more time than you might imagine when you first start. Many creators spend months uploading consistently, pouring hours into their content, only to see a handful of views trickle in slowly. And while that can feel discouraging, it's completely normal. You have to be prepared for what I call the silent months. Long stretches where it feels like no one is watching, no one is listening, and you're essentially talking into a digital void with no feedback or reward. This is where most people give up. Not because they aren't talented or driven, but because silence feels like failure, when really, it's just part of the process. And I hope you've not made the mistake of telling people you're gonna be the next YouTube millionaire. People can't wait to see you fall flat on your face, but you know better. The truth is, YouTube's algorithm needs time and data to learn. It watches how viewers react to your videos, how long they stay, whether they engage, and what kind of content you consistently produce. Only after it understands you and your audience will it start recommending your videos to more people. Success on faceless YouTube doesn't come from one lucky viral hit. It comes from consistently showing up, even on the days when it feels completely pointless and unrewarding. Patience isn't just helpful, it's absolutely critical. Faceless YouTube is often sold as the ultimate passive income dream. Upload a handful of videos, sit back, and watch the money roll in. But that version of the story is cobblers. What hardly anyone tells you is how much hard work goes into even a short, seemingly simple video. Writing a thoughtful script, recording a good quality voiceover, finding the right stock footage, matching it to the voiceover, adjusting pacing and transitions, selecting background music, designing a thumbnail. Unless you're outsourcing these tasks to freelancers, it's all you. And even after publishing, the work continues. Monitoring analytics, tweaking titles and descriptions, adjusting thumbnails, engaging with any comments. Is it less overwhelming than daily vlogging with a camera in your face? Absolutely. Is it passive in the early stages? Absolutely not. What you're really doing is building an asset, and like anything worthwhile, it demands a significant upfront investment of time and energy before it starts to return anything of value. Here's something else no one prepares you for: the loneliness of it all. When you're a faceless creator, you don't get instant feedback. No waves of likes, no floods of comments, no face recognition or easy validation. You upload videos into what feels like a black hole, and that silence can eat away at your motivation and confidence. You'll second-guess your voice. You'll question your topics. You'll compare your progress to other channels growing faster. Self-doubt isn't an occasional visitor, it's a constant companion. But here's the key. The creators who make it aren't the ones who never doubt themselves. They're the ones who keep uploading despite the doubt. They accept uncertainty and keep moving forward anyway. When I look back at my earliest uploads, honestly, I cringe. The pacing was all over the place. The voiceovers were awkward, the editing clunky, and the thumbnails? Let's just say they wouldn't win any awards. But here's the thing, your first videos are probably going to be awful. No amount of research or planning will replace the learning you get from actually creating and publishing videos. Each upload, no matter how rough, teaches you something new about editing, storytelling, what resonates and what doesn't. If you're waiting until you feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. You don't get ready and then start. You start, and that's how you learn. One thing that caught me off guard was just how many new skills I had to pick up. Copywriting. Compelling titles and descriptions really matter. Graphic design. Thumbnails can make or break your click-through rate. Storytelling. Structure keeps viewers engaged. SEO basics. Discoverability is key. Analytics. Data tells you what's working. No, you don't need to master all of these on day one, but the creators who succeed are the ones willing to learn and adapt. Faceless doesn't mean effortless, and it definitely doesn't mean skillless. There's a lot of oversimplified advice floating around. Just upload consistently and you'll grow. Focus on quality and success will come. Consistency is important, but only if you're consistently improving. Quality matters, but only if it's the kind of quality your audience values. Finding a suitable subject works, but only if you choose a niche you're willing to stick with through the slow times. Growth on YouTube isn't magic, it's smart, strategic, persistent work. A lot of new creators love to blame the algorithm. But here's the truth. YouTube's algorithm isn't unfair, and it isn't random. Its job is simple. Serve viewers content they are most likely to enjoy and engage with. If your videos aren't being pushed out, it's not because the algorithm hates you. It's because they're not matching viewer expectations yet. Tough love, but essential. Learn from the data, adjust, improve, and you will start to see progress. A lot of people start faceless YouTube thinking it's fast cash. But here's the brutal reality. You're unlikely to make much, if anything, at first. It takes time to build to the threshold of 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, just to apply for monetization. Even after that, payouts are tiny in the beginning. But if you stay the course and build a strong library of evergreen content, income does start to come, slowly at first, then more steadily. The beauty of it is that once established, a faceless channel can truly become a passive income asset, but only if you're willing to put in the work up front and endure those early dry seasons. You can learn editing, you can learn scripting, but the real battle is mental. It's about uploading when no one's watching, believing when the numbers aren't there. Staying consistent when giving up would be easier. The tech skills matter, but perseverance, resilience, and grit are what separate the winners from the majority who quietly disappear. As promised, here's the biggest mistake I made when I started. I expected results too soon. I wanted fast cash to escape my crappy pay horrible warehouse job. Well, that ain't gonna happen. But here's the thing. I can continue on this journey and start reaping the rewards after a year or so. Or I can look back in a year's time and wish I'd carried on, still stuck in that mind-numbing job. Another year older, more creaky and achy, still penny-pinching and wondering how long I've got left. It's okay if you're one of those young YouTube kids but I simply don't have the luxury of time on my side. This has got to work. This will work. I'm going to make sure of that. I thought a few good videos would spark growth quickly. I got 1,000 subscribers in the first month, the experts say. When that didn't happen, I got discouraged. Fast. I started second-guessing everything. My niche, my topics, even my decision to start at all. What I've learned since then is that expectations can be dangerous. Expect quick wins, and you're setting yourself up for big disappointment. Expect slow, steady progress, and you're far more likely to stick with it long enough to succeed. When I adjusted my expectations, everything changed. I stopped obsessing over numbers and started focusing on improving one video at a time. And slowly, very slowly, growth began to happen. So, if you're thinking about starting a faceless channel, remember this. It's going to be harder, slower, and more frustrating than you expect. But it's also going to be a lot more rewarding than you can possibly imagine, if you stick with it long enough to see the results. If you found this video useful, I'd love you to give it a like. And if you're on a similar journey, starting a channel later in life, building from scratch with no shortcuts, hit subscribe. Let's grow together, one video at a time. See you in the next video.